Today we are going to talk about one of the most important languages, that is C. So what makes a programming language one of the most important is that how easily it can be implemented and what kind of compiler is basically used in order to program the codes that are written in these kind of programming languages. So now we're going to talk about one of the most basic characteristics of what is C. So C is a procedural language. Procedure programming language means that one thing has to be implemented after the other, like a kind of procedure. We'll be discussing how the code runs in this. So it was initially developed by Dennis Ritchie, and he actually implemented all the code like in the compiler. So he actually created it in the year that is 1972. So you can basically see now it's 2020. So how old this language is. So, what was the main reason behind developing it? It was mainly developed as a system programming language. The computer systems, the CPUs, all the chips, these have to be programmed. So, in order to initiate the programming in such kind of chips, so this programming language was introduced. Now we're going to talk about the main features, why, as to why we should use C. Why use C? So these are the features. Number one, low level access of memory locations, and that also in such a short span of time using the pointers. Number two, simple set of keywords. The keywords that are basically used are quite simple enough, like if, else, for, the most simplest ever. And it has a clean style. As I told you that it is a procedural language, so the things go one after the another. So that makes the C language quite suitable for system programming, like developing some kind of operating system, OS, or it could be some kind of compiler development. So many later languages like C++, Python, Java, PHP, these are mainly based on this. However, there came more concepts such as OOPS. Now we're going to discuss about the structure of a simple C program. As you know that procedure means you have to find out what kind of procedure, definite set of patterns could be there one after the another. So similarly in C, if you have to write a program, you need a compiler. So if I talk about simply what is the structure of C, first of all we start with the header. In header basically we have to include some kind of libraries, and in this we deal with #include stdio.h. This is the header that is used, and this is the set of libraries that has to be included in a simple C program so that it could be implemented. Next we have is the main function. It starts with int main, or you can do it like void main and later on return 0. The next is variable declaration. In order to declare a variable, you need to know what is the type. It could be int, it could be float, or it could be character. So you could declare it and initialize it at the same place, or you could declare it here but initialize it later on. 11.0 character A, B, C, and this could be later on. And we have some kind of steps that need to be followed by actually declaring the variable. Next we have is a body, whatever is the code that could be in between. And then we have the return statement. And obviously if you have int, you need to return at the end, that is for return 0, or else you could go with a void instead of this, and then you need not return anything. So in this header files inclusion, it could be any file like stddef.h, stdint, stdio.h. This is specifically used for core input and output, where we have various other libraries and those have specific different functions. Next, we have the main function, the variable declaration, the body, the main part of the code with the return statement. So this is the basic structure of a simple C program. So thanks a lot for watching this, and we'll surely be coming up with a lot of information. Till then, bye, and kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.